is a doctrinal truth being applied to the wrong dispensation. You try to take those 3 verses and apply that to the church, you're teaching heresy. These 3 verses have had so very much heresy and false doctrine and blatant misdirection written and preached concerning them, primarily in the last 150 years. So we're going to park here in these 3 verses for some time, because we're going to cover them very, very thoroughly. Now, there are 5 doctrinal positions, majority, there are probably others, but there are 5 doctrinal positions that you're going to primarily run into connected with these 3 verses. I'm going to give them to you, and that's probably as far as we're going to go with it tonight. The first one is the one that's held to by the vast majority of so-called Christianity. Roman Catholics, all your Calvinists, pretty much all your Reformation Protestant groups, your Methodists, the Assembly of God. And I'm going by their doctrinal statements here. I'm not just making a wild statement here. You search it out. Okay? Churches of God, churches of Christ, okay? Cults like the Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists, okay? Again, Roman Catholic Church, the biggest cult there is, and quite frankly, probably many evangelical churches as well as Baptist conventions, non-denominationals, okay? Okay, that's going to be one position. I'm not going to go into what those doctrinal positions are, but that's one group right there, and that covers probably the biggest bulk of what is thought of as Christianity today. Okay, and it's pretty easy if you know anything about any of these. You know and you understand it. There is that you can lose your salvation in the church age. The second one is one given by C.I. Scofield. In his notes, if you're familiar with the Scofield Bible, Scofield note, okay, in his notes in there, he's got a position he takes on that. A lot of folks follow that. The third one is the one that's put out by Dr. M.R. DeHaan. We'll cover that one. There was a fourth one put out by Dr. Oliver B. Green, which may be a familiar name to some of you. And number 5 is that given by the Scriptures in their context, rightly divided, comparing the like Scriptures together. So you've got 5 that are probably the most commonly known, if anybody's looked into it. The very first one being the most prominent one. Doctrinal stances taken on those 3 verses. And so, like I say, we're going to go through all 5 of those and look at them according to what they say as opposed to what the Scripture says, which is position number 5. And our good Lord willing, we will start that next Wednesday evening. All right, are there any questions from this evening's lesson? Any other reference verses that you'd like me to repeat? Any commentary on anything? All right, we'll go ahead and we'll stop there then for tonight. Father,